I haven't really listened to Motionless in White. What? Where have I been? Why have I not been on this train? Why have I not been on it? Hey y'all, I'm Taylor. I'm a therapist and I love metal music. And so I'm so excited to react to Motionless in White's new song, Sign of Life. Let's freaking get into it. But before we do, something very important for you. We have a support wall. If you're like, what's that? I don't care. You should care because it's really cool. It's a place where anyone can open up about what they're going through and we'll provide encouragement. But the best part about it is it's right here in YouTube comments. So anytime I say anything that you're like, ooh, that kind of made me feel something, or ooh, I'm going through something right now, or ooh, this is stressing me out, you just tag at HeartSupport in the comments and we'll reply. It's pretty dope. Okay. So please comment. Please. I would love that. I would love to hear from you. All right. Motionless in White. I haven't listened to this song yet. I'm really excited. Honestly, here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to tell you a secret. Like, you really can't tell anyone. Come here. Come close. Okay. I haven't really listened to Motionless in White, which I feel like is crazy because I think that they would be my vibe, but I haven't listened to enough to know. So I'm really excited. So we're going to do this together. In 3, in 2, in 1. Click. And that's not on my headphones. Why is it not on my headphones? So we're going to do it again. Bluetooth connect. It says they're connected. They're not. Okay, now let's try again. From the top. In 3, in 2, in 1. Click. I always forget to slide. Oh, I do like Motionless in White. Create to condemn, replace to relive, despite its growth. My God, spinning out of control, burying into my jaw. On ashes, scarring my throat. Where have I been? Why have I not been on this train? Why have I not been on it? Okay, King. What is happening? Like what?
Yourself.
I love that. Oh, oh. Choo choo. All aboard me getting on the Motionless in White train. Next stop, Mosh City. What? Y'all, where have I been? Oh, I've just been listening to Bad Omens. That's right. Nearest event in New York City, October 28th. See ya there. Chris from Motionless, you want to do an interview? Ricky, interview? Me plus you. Let me interview you one time. One time. Woo! Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about it, I suppose. It's starting again because I let you in. It is so hard when someone's hurt us and we give them another chance and let them back into our lives, and then they hurt us again and we're like, dang it. Oh man, like I remember why I cut you out of my life in the first place, and now I'm here and my wound is open again and it's a little deeper, and you toss some salt in it and now I'm bleeding and you've hurt me, and now I actually feel like I can't trust myself because I thought that I could let you in and I could trust you again, but clearly I couldn't, and now everything hurts. It sucks. Like it really just is like such a bad feeling, right? On so many levels, because not only is your hope dashed because you thought that this time would be different, but also your trust in them is dashed again. But worse than that, your trust in yourself is dashed again. And so you're just sitting there like feeling, well, what do I hold on to? I'm the one who did this. And you're blaming yourself. So you blame yourself for the pain. You think it's your fault. And the truth of the matter is that yes, we should be critical about the people that we let in our lives. And yes, we need to be thoughtful about it. And we need to consider if this person has shown us that they actually deserve to be a part of our life, if they're going to treat us right. But also being a person who believes the best in people and who sees the best in people is not a bad thing. To believe that someone could change is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. And the worst thing, the thing that I see that hurts me and breaks my heart, is when people who believe that have been hurt so many times that they shut themselves off from that belief, and they shut themselves off from the world, and they isolate. Because we need people like that in the world, who see the good, who believe in the potential of a person, who believe that people can change. Now, I'm not saying that those people should go out into the world boundaryless, and that's often what happens, and let these people in their lives without boundaries. But what I'm saying is they see the world with such beauty, and it just breaks my heart when that beauty and the way they see the world gets just like, those glasses get ripped off of them and they're unable to like put them back on because they've been so hurt. And my encouragement to those people is not that you need a new belief. It's actually just that you need to find out what boundaries you need to have around that belief to protect yourself. How can your belief be that someone can change and they can be good, but your action can be protecting yourself until that person shows you that and confirms your belief in them, right? How can you create a boundary while still believing is a challenge. But I think that that is how you get to remain that optimistic person that sees the best and believes the best in people, while also protecting yourself from people taking advantage of that belief in you. Do you feel like you've let someone back into your life and they just hurt you again, and now you're stuck dealing with the consequences? Share in the comments by tagging out HeartSupport. I want to support you. I want to encourage you. I love you. Mwah. By the way, if you don't know who we are, we're HeartSupport. We're a mental health nonprofit dedicated to creating space and providing resources for people in the music community to heal from anything that they're struggling with. And we just like to listen to metal music and mosh. I don't know. All right. Trapped in a maze in my mind, and it's toxic. We often find ourselves having the same thoughts over and over again. And an unfortunate part of being a human is that the thoughts that we get stuck on and the ones that we ruminate on usually aren't all rainbows and butterflies. They're usually like, it feels like oh my gosh, this is the feeling. It feels like you're in a corn maze and you've been in it for hours, and then you're starting to panic because you can't get out, and it's starting to get dark, and you're just going over and over and over in the same loop trying to get out, but you can't because it's like the maze was broken and there's no way out. That's how it can feel sometimes in your mind. You feel trapped and going over these thoughts, and there's like no positive thought that can break through the corn maze to get you to see things any differently. It's really hard to be a person, and I don't think that we acknowledge that enough. And when my clients get stuck in those loops, I think what the most helpful thing is to acknowledge I'm stuck in a thought pattern. And what I know to be true is that not all thoughts that I have are true. Actually, a lot of the thoughts I have aren't true. All you have to do to know that this is true is watch yourself have a million contradicting thoughts all day long. All day long. We have these contradicting thoughts of like, 1 second you'll look in the mirror and you'll be like, oh, this lipstick looks really good. I love it. And then you'll be like, oh my God, red's not my color. Both of those things can't be true. So one of them's wrong. So we know that all of our thoughts in our mind aren't true. So just acknowledging that, zooming out for a second of like, I'm stuck in this thought loop. I can't get out. What I know to be true is that not all of my thoughts are true. Now let's look at where this is coming from. Think about what got me started in the maze. What was my entry ticket into this maze? Let's think about that. What happened there that felt really hard for me? What's the feeling that I'm trying to think myself out of? What is the feeling that I'm going in circles and circles around trying to avoid? Let's work with that. Okay. And then we'll start to find ourselves a way out of the maze. Usually our thoughts are trying to talk us out of feelings or help us process feelings that we don't know how to process. But sometimes we just have to say like, okay, I'm feeling this way, and that's okay that this situation made me feel this way. It actually doesn't mean anything about me. Do you feel like you get trapped in a maze in your mind? Does it feel toxic? Share in the comments below by tagging at HeartSupport, and we will encourage you because we love you. Okay. Too far away to cut the ties, where numbness and pain are synchronized. I picture, in The Dark Knight Rises, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my second favorite, actually. The first is The Dark Knight. It goes The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, Legally Blonde, Good Will Hunting, and I think like number 5 is like 7 movies for me. But I will say that Sweet Home Alabama is on there. Is one of the 5 that could get it. Anyway, not that you asked. But in The Dark Knight, Batman, Christian Bale, is at the bottom of this pit. And like, it's this big, long pit. This is what I'm picturing. It's like 150 feet deep. And he's at the bottom. And there's no like grooves on the walls. There's like no way he can climb to the top. So he has to get all big and strong because he's Batman and he figures it out and, he does his thing. Okay, so bear with me. So you're at the bottom of this pit, and in the pit with you is like this pain and numbness, and they're synchronized. And like just like 30 feet above, if you could just jump and reach it, is this like lever that you can pull that will cut you free. That will just like set you free, shoot you out of the pit. That's how I feel here, what this is talking about. I feel it's like you can see ahead of you this like pain and numbness, and they're tied together and they're synchronized like little swimmers. And you can see that they're tied together, but you have no way to figure out how to get to them, to cut them and set yourself free. Because it just feels like there's way too much space between them. There's way too many steps that you would have to take. Because sometimes the pain and the numbness can feel so overwhelming, especially when they're happening at the same time, that imagining what possible step you could take to make you feel better feels so impossible and overwhelming. It's like, yeah, I could take a shower, sure, but how is me taking one shower going to get me to the 500 feet that I need to go to crawl myself out of the pit? And it's in those moments that you have to really trust and believe that it's one step at a time and it's not one thing, but that eventually you will get to, and you'll just be 1 foot away from the pain and the numbness, and you'll be able to reach out and cut the ties, and you'll be able to be free of them. That's really hard when you're in the pit to see. because it feels like I don't even know what the next step is. And even if I did know what the next step was, I wouldn't know how to muster up the strength to take it. Do you feel that way? Like you have no idea what to do to get out of this pit that you're in? Share by tagging at HeartSupport and we will encourage you. Okay, y'all. Wow. New Motionless in White fan here. Obsessed. Love it. Sign of Life. Motionless in White. If anything I said resonated with you at all, or you felt anything come up while I was talking, or there's any emotion that you've been feeling that you want to share, please share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport. We want to encourage you. Okay. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye, y'all.